Today we're going to talk about the area of a triangle. And here's our formula. So we have K equals 1/2 times side B times side C times the sine of angle A. So I used K here so that we don't confuse area with this angle A. Now keep in mind it's not always A, B, and C. And you're thinking to yourself, what the heck is this formula? Because this is nothing like what we've seen before. The area of a triangle formula that you've seen has been 1/2 base times height. Well, that's the formula that works if we have the base and the height. But it's not always the case that we're given the base and the height. So if we look at this, just a generic question here for a second, generic triangle, and we fill in our side lengths. For this, we would need 1/2 times the base is side B here if we're looking at this, but we don't know what the height is. So what we can do is we can look here. This would be the height, and now we've created a right triangle, okay? So we're trying to figure out what this is over here. So if we're focused on angle A, we have the opposite, and we have the hypotenuse, let's just say. We know what this is over here, okay? We know what this side is over here. So that means that we're going to take the sine of angle A is going to equal this opposite, so I'll put x, over the hypotenuse, which is C. Oops, and you can't see that. So to get x by itself, this here is our side x that we're trying to find, that height. We can do that by multiplying both sides by C. So if we multiply both sides by C, we know that distance x is side C times the sine of angle A. So if we take this and plug it in for the height here, then we're going to have BC times the sine of angle A and 1/2 times that. So this is where this formula derives from. You know, if you don't memorize this formula, it's okay. You can always go back and derive this formula again. And you know, it's 1/2 times, or it's not always B and C. So if we're looking at the picture, we're using B, we're using side B, side C, and angle A here. So it's 1/2 times the two sides times the sine of the angle in between them. And that's the information that you need. You need side, angle, side in order to use this formula. So let's take a look at one example here. If we have this triangle that's given to us, again, we notice that we don't have A, B's, and C's, but our area is going to be 1/2 times, we do have side, angle, side, so we're going to take 1/2 times 5 times 10 times the sine of the angle in between them. So that's the big mistake that people make, is they remember the formula except they want to try and use cosine here. You cannot use cosine, it's got to be sine. All right, and we know that it doesn't matter if you do 5 times 5 or 10 first. You know, multiplication is commutative, so it's fine. So we have 1/2, which I'm going to type in as 0.5 times 5 times 10 times the sine of 31. Remember, make sure that your calculator is in degree mode. You could also do this math first, doing 5 times 10 is 50, and half of that is 25. You could do it that way, but here our area would be 12.87. That would round to 6. Meters is our unit, so our area would be meters squared. Okay, so 1/2 times the two sides times the sine of the angle in between them. That is your area formula, and that's it.